Very good evening, dearest friends. Oikein hyvää iltaa kaikille and warmly welcome into our Dissipation of Glamour Meditation, which is written by Master DK. Sydämellisesti tervetuloa harhojen hävittämisen mietiskelyyn, joka on mestari DK:n kirjoittama. First, I would like to ask if any one of you have a astrological program, and could you please check that has Pluto now entered already into Aquarius? It's going to be doing it now in 24 hours, but I still don't have in my computer the solar fire program that I could check. Not yet. Okay. Michael, can you please? There is somebody who is hacking our chat.
Yeah, I got it. Sorry.
Fitting so well to this Pluto team. We are sorry. Yes, and with the energies of glamour. It is. So is it so, Michael, that the chat is closed now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chat's locked, but I'll unlock it again. Yeah.
Yeah, I am just thinking if somebody could send
I put the
time.
waiting room on. So.
Oh, they are in the waiting room?
No, I put the waiting room on so I can monitor who gets in here, and I wish they would let me delete more than one.
Okay. Yeah. The thing is that when we are having this, I have been seeing during let me see, when I started the group work, 87. And every now and then you see this kind of waves of disturbances, people who are unbalanced and who want to intervene negatively. It is only the sign that now the group is on the verge of going through some kind of ring pass knot situation. That's why the so-called shadow has to enter in. So let us recognize that our group, I have been following that already for some time, and I have been just looking about that our group have been, and the same people are coming together. So it means that the group is achieving something now together vibrationally, and that's why it is calling from surrounding these kind of tests, and those who are seeking unconsciously light and they want to be seen, but this kind of negative way or unbalanced way. Eli olen seurannut tässä jo jonkun aikaa, että meillä on kiinteä ryhmä, joka tulee yhteen, niin sen tähden ryhmä on saavuttamassa tasoa, joka kutsuu sitten näitä vastavoimia, varjon testausvoimia. So that's why that just recognize if you have in your life this kind of attacks going on, the whole humanity is moving towards tests, or we are in that test period. And if you think about Pluto, which is in one sense we can say that related to Capricorn, it is just this last minute, the very, very, very challenging and critical degree when anything goes over the sign to the next sign. That is always testing point. And when we are talking Pluto, what is one of them with Mars and Moon, the initiators for initiation and this testing period. So that's why when Pluto moves now into Aquarius, it has been in Capricorn about 14 years. And 14 years in the teaching is very important years. It is always something that we need 14 years to descend on the physical plane. So 14 years ago, what Pluto initiated in the sign of initiation, initiated in the group something to be achieved. And think it is not yet going stationary to Aquarius. It is going to Aquarius and coming back. And now I don't remember how, is it this the first time, or was it during the autumn that it went already? But anyway, it will come back to Capricorn, and then on November this year it goes out and leaves Capricorn totally in our lives. So we are really, really interestingly living the time of the era of the forerunner. Think about the John the Baptist was beheaded when his time ended. I don't think that we are going to be beheaded, but in one sense, the beheading means that the concrete mind is cut off. And then the spiritual entity, the soul itself, can freely work through. We cannot think that we are going to take in the group the very high initiation, but certainly some aspects of the group initiation is possible for us to go, and these signs that the counterforce or the shadow is testing us is only a very good sign. And whatever happens in your life, let us stay calm. Now it is the time. The time really has come. The last months have come. Sorry, my English. I always have to think about what is plural and what is singular. But anyway, these last months that we have are those months that we should make a mark in spiritual sense. It can reflect in outer life, in something, some particular experience or some particular thing, but mostly it is inner. And I am rather convinced that if we keep on coming together and doing regular work, it is building this magnetic point. And it means that in Moria Federation altogether, not only what we are doing that, but still this coming together regularly and calling forth is for us the proof that then the group is not anymore aspirant, but it has moved into the discipleship role. And then after 25, let us see what kind of insights we all are going to gain and how we are continuing our group work. We certainly will not finish. We will continue, but now we still are in these testing times and the times that hierarchy is looking upon us. Christ himself is checking everybody how much we have been changing in our radiation, in the color, as Deepadan is describing about the radar of light. What is the radar of light that we can radiate? And what is our understanding? Is our understanding loving understanding? Is our heart recognizing the need? So there are these few things that we can contemplate and take them very seriously and use all the time your notebook during this coming year, because this is it is really the historical year of the discipleship, at least in our incarnation. And next time when we are coming, we don't know, is then Christ with us, or shall we have one incarnation before he will be here? But anyway, in our whole life, thinking about the millions of years that we have been already working and walking upon earth and trying to gain our more expanded consciousness or understanding, the time that we are now living, those millions of years have been bringing us here. And now we are certainly living the most interesting times of ever in our earthly incarnations. So, there are many. Our second time, Andy, thank you so much. So then it is coming, is it somewhere during the summer months? We'll come back to Capricorn, and then on November it will go the last time. I don't remember what was the date. Was the 20 something, I think, on November this year is the third time when it goes. Yeah, and if you, Andy, can look that, just put that on the chat. Okay, dear friends, now we have had very interesting beginning. And just looking vielä käännöstä siitä, että nyt kun tuo Pluto menee eestakaisin kaurista pesimiehen, on nämä viimeiset kriittiset hetket ja kriittinen aste, jossa testataan koko meidän oppilasryhmää, ja nämä meidän haasteet, mitä ryhmälle on tullut, niin vain osoittaa sen, että ryhmä on saavuttanut jotakin merkittävää ja meillä on mahdollista tämän vuoden aikana vielä syventää kykyämme. Just like that we have the possibility during this year still deepen our effect in the world. So let us recognize that. So now, dear friends, we will start our work, and just pre-introductory words. Ja nyt johdantosanoja. From Dina 1, 357. There are 2 points of incipient glamour. On olemassa 2 tekijää alkavasta harrasta. Faintly misty traces which must be watched with care. Heikkoja sumuisia häivähdyksiä, joita on tarkkailtava huolellisesti. Lest they form a thickening cloud between you and the sun. Etteivät ne muodosta paksuntuvaa pilveä sinun ja auringon välillä. Glamour is not dispelled by paying close attention to it. Harhaa ei hävitetä kiinnittämällä siihen läheistä huomiota. It disappears by the power of clear and steadfast meditation. Se katoaa selkeän ja päättäväisen meditaation voimalla. And the freeing of oneself from self-attention. Ja itsensä vapauttamisella itseen kohdistuvasta huomiosta. I think that we can take as a homework for all of us in the group, that we try to all the time check ourselves and consciously free ourselves from self-attention. Tuon voimme ottaa kotiläksyksi ja yrittää puhdistaa omaa itseä ja vapauttaa omaa itseensä kohdistuvasta huomiosta. I just look what Andy was. Okay, thank you. This information about the Pluto. So all of you can read that how Pluto is moving. Okay, 19 years Pluto is going to be then in Aquarius. Wow. We can count how old we are going to be then. Thank you so much. So the responsibility laid upon the new group of world servers at this time is to rent the veil of Maya. Uuden maailman palvelijoiden vastuu on tällä hetkellä tehdä Mayan verhoihin repeämä, as did the Christ and the Lord Buddha, samoin kuin Kristus ja Herra Buddha tekivät. Now it is a group responsibility. Nyt se on ryhmävastuu. The Dissipation of Glamour Meditation is part of this work of New Group of World Servers. Ja tämä harhojen hävittämisen mietiskely on juuri osa tätä uuden maailman palvelijoiden ryhmän työtä. And certainly this era of the Forerunner, as it is called, is the time during which the group should be and should have been able to make that trip. Eli tämä edelläkävijöiden aikakausi on aikakausi, jonka aikana meidän tulisi onnistua tekemään tuo repeämä. That's why let us work hard always and very seriously that this is a real work taught by Master DK, how to make the rip. Ja tämä todellakin on mestari DK:n johtama opetus, millä lailla tuo repeämä tehdään. We continue today with this glamour, the spirit of separation. Me jatkamme erillisyyden hengen harhan parissa. And having this text from the externalization of the hierarchy from the page 62. The new age is upon us and we are witnessing the birth pangs of the new culture and the new civilization. Uusi aika on käsillämme ja olemme todistamassa uuden kulttuurin ja uuden sivilisaation synnytystuskia. This is now in progress. Tämä on nyt käynnissä. That which is old and undesirable must go. Se, mikä on vanhaa ja ei toivottua, on poistuttava. Of these undesirable things, hatred and the spirit of separation must be the first to go. Ja näistä ei-toivotusta asioista vihan ja eristäytymisen hengen on poistuttava ensimmäisenä. Let us contemplate upon that for a while ja pohdimme hetken aikaa tätä. From Raise an Initiation from page 276. When the true outer work begins, kun todellinen ulkoinen työ alkaa, its potency will be objectively demonstrated. Sen teho näytetään toteen objektiivisesti. Because the Buddhas of activity will gradually become aware of the existence of the thought form. Koska aktiivisuuden buddhat tulevat vähitellen tietoiseksi ajatusmuodon olemassaolosta, in its nature of light and its quality of goodwill, sen valon luonteesta ja sen hyvän tahdon laadusta. They will then pour of their life into it as need arises and emergency decrees. Sitten he vuodattavat elämäänsä siihen, kun tarve nousee ja hätä lähestyy. Then gradually the will of God will hold sway, as our injunction expresses it. Sitten vähitellen Jumalan tahto pysyy vallassa, kuten käskymme sen ilmaisee. Paralleling all this will be the work of the men and women of goodwill throughout the world. Ja kaiken tämän rinnalla tulee olemaan hyvän tahdon miesten ja naisten työ kaikkialla maailmassa. But in itself entirely objective, mutta sisänsä täysin objektiivista, worldwide and amazingly useful, maailmanlaajuista ja hämmästyttävästi hyödyllistä. If you want in this meditation, you can hold this Abhaya mudra. Jos haluat, voit pitää tuota Abhaya mudraa tässä mietiskelyssä. And aligning with the work of 3 Buddhas of activity. Ja virittäytyä 3 aktiivisuuden Buddhan työhön. And this Abhaya mudra is the fearlessness mudra. Tuo mudra on pelottomuuden mudra. And also it can be understood as the working or walking Buddha mudra. Se voidaan myös ymmärtää kävelevän Buddhan mudrana, meaning that how we do the outer work. Se merkityksellä, että kuinka teemme ulkoisen työn. Let us now align with also our triangle members. Virittäytykäämme nyt myös kolmiojäseniimme and with the global network of golden triangles ja maailmanlaajuiseen kultaisten kolmioiden verkostoon. Network of forces of enlightenment, valaistuksen voimien verkostoon. Calling help from all directions. Ja kutsumme apua joka ilman suunnasta. Call your friends to this work. Your coworkers. Kutsu kanssatyöntekijöitäsi tähän työhön. And thus construct a network of light and service in every land, rakentaen valon ja palvelun verkostoa jokaiseen maahan. This is begun in the individual environment of the server. Tämä alkaa palvelijoiden yksilöllisestä ympäristöstä. And then see it gradually extending throughout the world. Ja näe sen laajenevan vähitellen kaikkialle maailmaan. The Dissipation of Glamour Meditation. Harhojen hävittämisen mietiskely. Preparatory stages, valmistelevat vaiheet. Now we are naming the group members and then followed by 3 minutes of silence. Nyt nimeämme ryhmän jäsenet ja sitä seuraa 3 minuutin hiljaisuus. And see how, while the names are announced, how the light is increasing in the group. Andy, Anna, Anne, Annette, Ben, and guests from Freedom Watchers groups. Georgina, Gordon, Heike, Haimesh, James, Kira, Kirsten, Marco, Marguerite, Maria, Maureen, Michelle, Minna Marie, Nadel, Risto, Sharon, Vivienne, Michael, and Tuija. And let us have now 3 minutes of silence. The protective formula. As the following words are uttered, each group member makes the sign of the cross of divinity. Kun nyt seuraavat sanat lausutaan, jokainen ryhmän jäsen tekee jumalallisen ristinmerkin. From forehead to the heart, from left eye to the right eye. Forehead. As a soul I work in light, heart, and darkness cannot touch me. Left eye. I take my stand within the light. Right eye. I work, and from that point I never move. The group has the cross of divinity shining forth in front of every member. Ryhmässä jumalallisuuden risti loistaa nyt jokaisen jäsenen edessä. The three preparatory stages. Focusing the dual light or matter of etheric physical and mind or mental. Keskittäydy kaksinaiseen valoon, eteris-fyysisen ja mentaalisen mielen valoon. Light in the chitta. Valo mentaalisessa aineessa chitassa. Light of matter and light of mind or mental. Aineen fyysis-eteerinen valo ja mielen valo. Meditate now on soul contact. Mietiskele sielukontaktia. Visualize and recognize the soul light. Visualisoi, huomioi sielun valo. And see the scent of that light. Ja näet tuon sielun valon laskeutuminen upon the mental plane, mentaaliselle tasolle. See now the fusion of these two lesser lights with soul light. Näe näiden kahden vähäisemmän valon yhteen sulautuminen sielun valon. The light of reason in the mental body. Järjen valoon mentaalisessa kehossa. And recognize the change in consciousness. Ja huomioi muutos tietoisuudessasi. Let us say the affirmation. The light is one, and in that light shall we see light. Valo on yksi, ja siinä valossa näemme valon. This is the light that turns the darkness into day. Tämä on se valo, joka muuntaa pimeyden päiväksi. Oh. Oh. The formula. Visualize the great searchlight. Visualisoi suuri valokkeila, which is the fusion of these two lesser lights with soul light, joka on näiden kahden pienemmän valon fuusio sielun valon kanssa, which we now have created, jonka olemme luoneet, and turn its light upon the astral plane, ja käännä sen valo kohti astraalitasoa. Oh. You may visualize how everyone in the group has turned the searchlight upon the astral plane, and thus the group searchlight is created. And we say, radiance are we and power. We stand forever with our hands stretched out, linking the heavens and the earth, the inner world of meaning and the subtle world of glamour. We reach into the light and bring it down to meet the need. We reach into the silent place and bring from thence the gift of understanding. Thus with the light we work and turn the darkness into day. Oh. Now we use the weapon of light. Nyt käytämme valon asetta. Turn towards the center where the will of God is known. Käänny kohti keskusta, jossa Jumalan tahto tunnetaan. Oh. Invoke spiritual will by using the Antakarana. Kutsu henkistä tahtoa käyttämällä Antakaranaa. Sense the living interplay between the sacrifice petals. Tunne nyt elävä vuorovaikutus uhrautumisen terälehtien with synthesis petals. Synteesin terälehtien. Atomic plane. Henkisen tahdon. Atmisen tason. Atomic plane of spiritual will. And with the monad. Ja monadin kanssa. In your consciousness, be aware of your highest aspect of your being. Ole tietoisuudessasi tietoinen olemuksesi korkeimmasta puolesta. And pause a moment. Pysähdy hetkeksi. Work this part very carefully. Tee tässä hyvin huolellista työtä. Thus we really need spiritual will before we can do anything upon the astral plane. Tarvitsemme henkistä tahtoa ennen kuin voimme tehdä mitään astraalisella tasolla. And now we use the beam we have generated. Nyt käytämme tuota sädettä, jonka olemme luoneet. And we say, with power upon its beam, the light is focused on the goal. Säteessä olevalla voimalla valo on kohdistunut maaliinsa. The glamour to be dissipated is spiritual separation. Hävitettävä harha, jonka kohdistamme, on erillisyyden henki. And we throw the light upon this glamour of spiritual separation. Ja kohdistamme valon tuon erillisyyden harhaan. Visualize while we are working that the light is penetrating into the glamour. Visualisoi, kun teemme työtä, että valo läpäisee tuohon harhaan, producing its weakening and finding the dissipation. Saaden aikaan sen heikentymisen ja haihtumisen. The words of power are uttered to transform. Ja voiman sanat lausutaan transformaation saamiseksi. The power of our united light prevents the appearance of the glamour of a spirit of separation. Yhdistetyn valomme voima estää erillisyyden hengen harhan ilmentymisen. The power of our united light negates the quality of the glamour of spirit of separation from affecting humanity. Yhdistyneen valomme voima tekee tyhjäksi erillisyyden hengen harhan laadun ja sen vaikutuksen ihmiskunnassa. The power of our united light destroys the life behind the glamour of a spirit of separation. Yhdistyneen valomme voima hävittää erillisyyden harhan takana olevan elämän. Oh. If you want to hold that Abhaya mudra, voit ylläpitää tuota Abhaya mudraa. We work for dissipating the glamour of a spirit of separation. Teemme työtä hävittääksemme erillisyyden hengen harhan. This vast overshadowing vampire through which the Black Lord works. Tämä valtava varjostava vampyyri, jonka kautta pimeyden veljeskunta toimii. Leading millions into hatred and against the law of love. Johtaen miljoonia vihaan ja rakkauden lakia vastaan. Leading millions to confusion through which Black Lords is able to work. Johtaen miljoonia hämmennykseen, jonka kautta pimeyden veljeskunta pystyy toimimaan. Vitiating human living and all hierarchical planning, mitätöiden ihmiselämän ja kaiken hierarkisen suunnitelman. And is against right human relations, ja on oikeita ihmissuhteita vastaan. Against of unity and of loving cooperation. Ykseyttä ja rakastavaa yhteistyötä vastaan. Visualize the group standing within the will. Visualisoi ryhmä, joka seisoo tahdossa. Together the protective cross of divinity shining forth through the group. Yhdessä suojaavan Jumaluuden risti loistaa ryhmän läpi. And we will work 5 minutes in silence to dissipate the glamour of spirit of separation. Toimin nyt 5 minuutin ajan hiljaisuudessa hävittäen erillisyyden harhan henkeä. Let us visualize that the glamour of spirit of separation has now weakened and dissipated. Visualisoi niin, että erillisyyden hengen harha on heikentynyt ja hävinnyt. The visualization is also a very important part of this meditation. Ja visualisoiminen on myös hyvin tärkeä osa tätä mietiskelyä. Let us also realize that the intensity of purpose has deepened in the group, whilst the work was seen proceeding. Huomioi myös, että tarkoituksen syvyys on syventynyt tässä ryhmässä. And now we will turn away our attention from the astral plane. Käännämme nyt huomiomme pois astraalitasolta. Refocus back upon the mental plane. Keskittäydy jälleen uudelle mentaalitasolle. The searchlight of the soul is shut off. Ja tuo valokeila on sammunut, and also the group searchlight. Ja myöskin ryhmän valokeila. Visualize and also realize the clarity in thinking. Visualisoi ja huomioi myöskin ajatuksen selkeys. And see the group standing together strongly. Ja näin ryhmä seisoo yhdessä voimallisena. We have released the mudra ja mudra. Emme ylläpidä tuota mudraa enää. We visualize that the work has been done mentally, emotionally and physically. Visualisoimme, että työ on nyt tehty mentaalisesti, emotionaalisesti ja fyysisesti. It has been successful ja se on ollut menestyksekäs. And recognize the joy of the work done together in your heart. Ja tunnista tuo ilo työstä, joka on tehty yhdessä. And we send deep gratitude to every single member of the group. Ja lähetämme syvän kiitoksen kaikille ryhmän jäsenille. And also to Master DK for giving this meditation for us. Ja myöskin mestari DKlle saamastamme mietiskelystä. And thank you, dearest friends, for this very good work and sincere work. One could feel that how everybody was working. Ja syvä kiitos kaikille ryhmän jäsenille todella hyvästä työstä. And tomorrow the sun is moving also into Aquarius ja huomenna myös aurinko siirtyy vesimieheen. And what was the time when the Pluto was moving into Aquarius? What time it might be? If Andy, you know that, please add this. But thank you for your cooperation. Thank you so much. And tomorrow we have this Ingress meditation. And I think it was 12:30 or something like that, PM GMT. So now lots of love and good night from Finland. Paljon rakkautta ja hyviä öitä täältä etelästä. Good night, dear friends.